A Bonita Springs man says he was charged hundreds of dollars by a Miami area vet after finding an injured Chihuahua on the side of the Dade County road. The dog had to be euthanized, and the man who found her, questions the ethical practice of charging so much when he was just trying to do the right thing. 4 in Your Corner's Carl Fortier working to get this answer.
Well, Ryan Bailey says he spotted the dog just outside of Homestead and took it to a 24-hour emergency vet clinic. And even though the visit made a big dent in his wallet, he says he'd do it all over again if he had to. Ryan Bailey and his wife Allison were riding their motorcycle home to Bonita Springs after a trip to Key West when they came upon a heartbreaking sight.
We noticed a small Chihuahua on the side of the road, and we turned around to take a look, and sure enough, it looked like the dog had been hit by a car or something. It had maybe its rear legs bent behind its back.
He says he called Florida Highway Patrol and Miami-Dade Animal Services, but says neither agency would come out to get the poor animal. So they scooped her up and carried her to Miami Pet Emergency in Kendall. Bailey says he was charged an initial fee of $118 just to have her examined. When the vet had him shell out another $169 for x-rays, the results showed the Chihuahua, who Bailey and his wife called Angel, had a broken back and legs.
So we decided to have the dog put down, which was the right thing to do. And the doctor charged us $333.11 more additionally to the other few $100s that we had already paid to euthanize the dog properly.
He says the vet, Dr. George Smith, wouldn't budge on the fees, even though Angel wasn't Bailey's dog.
They told us very clearly that these were the charges and I needed to pay them.
I tried calling Dr. Smith to get his side, but no one would even pick up the phone at Miami Pet Emergency. Daniel Christenbury of Collier Domestic Animal Services says if someone comes across an injured pet in Collier County, they would cover the cost of any expenses.
We're an open admissions animal shelter, so any animal that comes to the door, we're going to take.
And even though the experience cost him hundreds of dollars, Bailey says he wouldn't hesitate to do it again.
Every animal deserves to have a peaceful death if that's where they have to go.
Now, I did reach out to Miami-Dade Animal Services. Their spokeswoman says they absolutely would come pick up any injured animal they're made aware of. Carl Fortier, Fox 4 in your corner.